Hi, Gentle Yogis, Shauna here, and Daisy too. She's holding space for us today. Today we're actually going to be going back to the basics or staying within the basics. So nothing fancy, nothing out of the ordinary, just staying with our basic gentle yoga practice. So we're going to start out on back body, getting into a comfortable position. Just when you're ready to come down to your mat, bring yourself down to your back. The knees can be bent or the legs can be straight, whatever feels good for you. But allow the shoulders to soften down the back. The collarbones open, so if it feels good that your palms face up toward the ceiling, let yourself do that. If your knees are bent, I invite you to turn the heels out to the sides and drop the knees in toward each other. And just take a moment to arrive right here on back body. Arrive into this moment. Becoming aware of your physical body on the mat, those areas that are in contact and touching the mat, the earth. And then becoming aware of those areas that are not in contact with the mat, the front of the body. Aware of the skin, the clothes touching the skin. And just right here, very gently begin to deepen your breath. So at first, notice what deepening your breath feels like in your body. Where does the breath go? Is it to the heart, to the shoulders, to the rib cage, or to the belly? Just noticing when you deepen your breath, where does your breath go? No judgments, just noticing. And then slowly begin to direct the breath to the lower lungs, which will expand the belly. You may even want to place the hands on mid-belly, bending the elbows, just gently, the palms, the fingertips on mid-belly. And begin to send your breath into the belly, feeling the belly expand on the inhale, and the belly softens on the exhale. Allowing each exhale to bring you ever more present into this moment for your practice today. Continue staying with the flow of the breath, feeling the belly expand on the inhale, soften on the exhale. The softening through the physical body. We'll take 3 more rounds, so just counting down your next exhale from 3, and then 2, and then all the way down to 1. Once you get down to 1, allow a natural flow of breath. And then just gently begin to extend the arms out to the sides. Take up as much room as your space allows. So if it's hard for you to extend the arms straight out, just to add a little bend to the elbow. If the knees are not bent, go ahead and bend the knees now. Take the soles of feet to the mat. We'll widen the feet about as wide as the mat. Coming into windshield wipers. So at first, let's press into soles of feet, lift the hips, and then slowly lower down. Just a little lift so you can find neutral in your back body. Once you lower down, begin to drop your knees to the right and slowly move the knees through center and drop the knees to the left. So just this side to side windshield wiper movement from the right to the left. And as you continue with this flow, maybe your head turns the opposite way that the knees are flowing. So next time your knees float to the left, maybe your head turns to the right. Just like that, side to side. Feel the flow of your breath. Notice the breath guiding you. And notice if your movements are excessively fast. See if that's true for you, see if you can slow the movements down just a beat or two. Next time the knees float to the left, just take a pause right there. Maybe the head is turned to the right, maybe not, but just allow the legs to get heavy. Allow the body to get soft. And take 1 to 2 breaths into your belly, that breath we did on back body. In stillness, now just invite it into our gentle twist. And then we'll go back through center. The knees drop to the right. Maybe the head turns to the left. Allow that heaviness through the legs, the softening through the upper body, and those 2 belly breaths. And then slowly move through center. We're going to walk the feet back in so they're hip bone width apart, and then we'll take the right knee toward the chest. So if you're protecting the knee, clasp behind the knee. And if it feels good, you can clasp on the shin, whichever one feels best for you. Extend the left leg straight out on mat. You can flex the left foot. Just begin to make circles with the right foot. Nice and easy. Notice where that movement goes to. Can you feel with the circles in the foot, the movement in the calf and the shin, the opening of the ankle? Be sure to reverse directions. As your right foot comes into stillness, both feet are flexed. Spread the toes wide if that's available to you. And take 1 full deep belly breath here. In and out. Beautiful. Soften the feet. We'll go to the other side. Left knee comes in. Right leg extends. Each side is different. So honor this side. If you want to clasp behind the knee on this side, do that. Flex the feet. Begin making those circles with the left foot. Circles can be as big, as small, as soft, as intentional as you want them to be. Then we'll reverse directions. And once your foot's ready for stillness, pause there, flex both the feet, spread the toes. That full deep belly breath in and out. Nice. So we'll take both knees into chest. This time we'll hook the ankles, the palms on the knees, and just begin to rock gently side to side. We'll make our way onto side body, but allow yourself to take 2 or 3 rocks side to side. And when you're ready, we'll meet seated. So just slowly rolling onto right side body, pressing up, making your way into your simple seated pose. If you have a blanket or a bolster, you're welcome to sit on that. Finding a comfortable position. Take a moment that the eyes close and the palms just meet the thighs or the knees. Center into yourself for a moment. As we move through the basics of our gentle yoga practice, it is a metaphor for life. Where can we go back to the basics in our own life? Where have we brought in too much busyness, too much action? And where can we slow down? We'll slowly pull the shoulders up and then back and down, opening the collarbone. Take the right hand to the side, left arm lifts up, and we'll side bend. Reaching the fingertips, open the heart so you can pull the left elbow back a little bit. And if comfortable, the gaze looks down to the mat. If that doesn't feel good for you, just keep the gaze center. Allow the breath to energetically move into left side of rib cage, feeling this opening right here. And then we'll inhale, both arms reach up center. We'll go to the other side. The left hand finds the mat and we side bend. Take that moment, find your stretch, and then the elbow pulls back, the heart opens, maybe the gaze looks down. Beautiful. Gently rise up center so both arms reach up and then the arms will float down. From here we'll come into tabletop. So just take your time moving with ease. The feet move to the side. We make our way into our tabletop pose. I always like to have a blanket underneath my knees just to add comfort for the knees. That's available for you. Please use that. And tabletop, the knees are underneath the hips, ideally. And the wrists, we say underneath the shoulders, but if you have any wrist tenderness, sometimes it's nice to go a little bit forward. Kind of check with your body to see what feels good for you. Once you're here, the belly lifts, the heart lifts. This is our tabletop pose. The head is in line with spine. Then we'll move into cow-cat. So on your inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the tailbone. On your exhale, the head and neck soften down. The back body rises up, the tailbone tucks like a Halloween cat. Inhale through cow, swaying the back. Exhale through cat. There's this movement of the heart. You can bend the elbows a little bit as the back sways, the heart comes forward. And then as the arms extend, the back body rises, the back of the heart moves toward the ceiling. Just continue with your flow. Beginning to slow the movement down, making it a little bit more small. And take one more round of each. Once you finish, we'll move into child's pose. The knees spread wide, maybe the tips of the big toes meet, the tailbone sinks back. Here you can bend the elbows, stack the forearms if that feels good for you. The forehead comes to the forearms. Or just reach the arms forward. The forehead comes to the mat. This is our resting pose in yoga. So you want to be comfortable. If you have really cranky knees, you can always go flat onto belly and extend the legs so you're not putting pressure on the knees. Allow yourself to take 3 of those full belly breaths, the breath moving to the back of the body this time. And then slowly begin to lift up. We'll meet for one last pose in our tabletop. So find your tabletop again. The belly lifts, the heart lifts. So strengthen the pose. We're going to extend the right leg back, the right toes tuck under, sink into right heel for a calf stretch. Keep the arms extended, the heart lifted. And then as the torso comes forward, the right leg lifts up. The right toes, right knee points straight down. Half sunbird pose. Full deep breaths here. Maybe even exhale out of the mouth if that feels good. This is a strengthening pose. It really brings you into the core. Notice that. Full deep breaths. And then release the right knee down. We'll go to the other side. The left leg extends, left toes tuck under, sink into the left heel. Get that calf stretch in. A lot of bang for your buck here. And then together as we come forward, the left leg lifts up, parallel to mat. Left toes, left knee pointed straight down, that half sunbird. Sometimes the tendency is to shift to the right. Notice if you're doing that. Shift a little to the left, find your center. Full deep breaths. Release the knee. Release your hips, move back, come onto forearms, and just make circles with the hands. Release through the hands, the wrists. From here, we're going to make our way to standing, to mountain pose. So a nice way to come into mountain is just to extend the arms, tuck the toes under, walk the hands back, lift the knees, and slowly make your way up to a standing position. Once you're there, let's ground into the soles of the feet. So check down with your soles of feet, your feet. Make sure they're hip bone width apart. Maybe lift the toes up. And then slowly soften the toes down. Maybe the big toe first and all the rest of the toes. Once you're there, extend through the legs. Feel the low belly pull in and up. It's this energetic lift of the spine out of the crown of the head. And then soften the shoulders. The hands can be down at the sides, the palms face the hips, or the palms face forward. Once you're here in your mountain pose, lots of stuff going on in mountain. Just close the eyes. Notice if your chin is excessively forward, pull the chin back a little bit. Allow the gentle flow of your breath. And see if you can move the breath into belly in your standing pose. Maybe take the hands to the belly. We'll take 3 rounds just like that. Beautiful. Just right here, taking the arms out to the sides. We'll inhale the arms up. Maybe the chin lifts and the gaze looks up. Exhale the arms down. Maybe the gaze looks down. Inhale up. Exhale down, following the flow of your breath. Can you feel the connection to the soles of the feet? The strength in the legs, the lift in the ribs as your arms extend up. 2 more rounds, just big full breaths. Last one. Beautiful. We'll meet center with the gaze lifted. Take a few shoulder rolls. The shoulders pull forward, up, back, and down. We want to end with the shoulders pulled back and down so we have this opening of the collarbone. Hands to hip creases. We'll meet at the head of the mat. Stepping the right foot back, we're going to go into our warrior one pose. So our right foot steps back, right heel meets the mat. Our right toes, you can check, you have a slight angle. It's almost as if the toes are at 1 to 2 o'clock. And then together, we look at our front left knee. The left knee bends over left ankle. So you can always look down, check your body. Especially when we're first starting, we want to get to know how it feels to have the right alignment, the correct alignment. So once you get the knee over the ankle, just pause right there. Make sure the shoulders are back and down. The low belly pulls in and up, that energetic length. And if you feel stable here, maybe the arms extend up. The gaze is straight forward. And those full deep breaths again. Connected to the root through the soles of the feet. Strengthen the legs. Honoring our yoga practice today. Getting back to the basics. And we'll release the hands to hip creases. From right here, we just lift our right heel and the right foot steps forward. It's nice to take a little shake out at the top of the mat once you finish. And then start again, pulling the shoulder blades or the shoulders back, opening the collarbones, hands to hip creases. And we begin with our left foot stepping back. So the left heel meets the mat. Can check down our left toes between 1 and 2 o'clock, just that little slight angle. And then bending the right knee over right ankle. So once you're here and you feel like you're in stability, the low belly pulls in and up, that energetic lift from the spine up through the back of the crown of the head. Maybe the arms float up. Gaze is straight forward. Settle into your breath. Notice if you're holding the breath. See if you can bring expansion into the breath. Beautiful. Then we release the hands down, hands to hip creases, lifting the left heel, left foot meets right foot. Awesome. That little shake out if that feels good. And then we'll end our standing with a balancing pose. This is one of my favorite balancing poses because we stay on 2 feet. So think of grounding through the right sole of foot. The same strength in the legs, even add a little bend to the left knee at first. Low belly pulls in and up, length and lift along the spine. We'll step our left foot forward. So the left foot comes a little bit forward. I'll go to the side so you can see. And you see how I'm a little forward of the toes. Then bring the weight back to the right foot. And then we'll walk the left foot in front of right. So for some of us, we may stop right here before we even get all the way in front. That's perfectly fine. Honor where you are today in your balancing. If you do want to take it so left foot is in front of right, maybe you begin to move the left foot so that the heel meets the toes of the right foot. And then you can begin to shift the weight to both feet if you like, or keep the weight all the way into the right foot. Beautiful. Once you're here, you can take the palms together at heart center, or you can even extend the arms up. Whatever feels good for you, honoring where you're at today. Connect into the breath. Release through center, beautiful. That little shake out like we did after our warrior one. Then we'll go to the opposite side, ground into the left sole of foot, the right knee bends. Low belly pulls in and up. Find that energetic lift, not the lift of the chin, the lift of the spine, the energetic lift. So when you're ready, the right foot steps forward, the weight shifts to the left foot, and we do that little walk of the right foot in front of the left. Decide where you are today. Maybe wobbling has started and you want to stop right there. Maybe the heel moves toward the toes. So once you're in your pose, pause. Invite in the expansion of the breath. Maybe the palms meet together at heart center. Maybe the arms float up. And then release. Awesome. Step the feet wide apart. After all balancing, I like to do 3 cleansing breaths. Even when we intentionally expand the breath, balancing is a constriction. So we want to bring expansion back in, and the cleansing breaths do that. So cleansing breath is a deep breath in, the arms float up. We exhale out of the mouth, bend the knees, the arms float down. So super active. We'll take 3 rounds. Big breath in, release. 2 more. Last one. Big reach up. Sparkle fingers down. Awesome. You can just begin to swish side to side. Little tap of the body. Feels so good. Even begin to lift the feet maybe, bend the knees, and bring that little shake out in. Awesome work today. So we're going to go back down to the mat, onto our back body. So just whatever way is comfortable for you, make your way down back onto back body. Maybe you liked it with your knees bent. So maybe starting out that way with knees bent. Find that comfortable spot on your back body. And we all will start with our knees bent. So just bend your knees, just as we did at the beginning of practice for those windshield wipers. Allow the soles of feet to be about as wide as the mat. We'll take the arms out to the sides. This time we'll just go into stillness. So begin to drop the knees to the left. Allow the legs to get heavy. If it feels good, take your left hand to your belly and turn your gaze to the right. Just allow a gentle flow of the breath. Nice and easy. Beginning to feel the nervous system calm down, moving into this deep sense of relaxation within the body. We'll go to the other side. So extend the left arm again, knees come center. Maybe walk the feet a little to the left. Our knees begin to move to the right. Maybe the right hand comes to the belly. Maybe the gaze turns to the left. Whatever you choose, just allow these gentle breaths in and out. Preparing the body for deep relaxation. And we'll move the gaze and the knees center. Walk the feet back in. Check in with your body. Make it so your spine feels neutral, your back body's on the mat. And check in, do you want to keep your knees bent? If you do, for our Shavasana, I encourage you to turn the heels out so that the knees can drop in toward each other. If you want traditional Shavasana, just extend the legs straight out on the mat. Feet are a little bit wider than hip bone width, and the feet flop open to the sides. The arms are at the sides. They're not close into the body. They're out to the sides a little bit, the palms face up. And just so take this gentle relaxation pose. Check if there's any little wiggles or movements before you fully settle into stillness. Maybe even take a sigh, a gentle release of the breath. Begin to slowly bring relaxation through your toes, your tops of feet, soles of feet, relaxing the ankles. Relax the lower half of the legs and the knees. Relax the thighs, the glutes. Relax the hips and the pelvis. Relax the rib cage and the navel center. Relax the spine and the back body. Relax through the heart center, the shoulder blades. Relax the shoulders, the upper arms. Relax the elbows, the forearms, the wrists. Relax the palms of the hands. Relax the backs of the hands and the fingers. Feel this relaxation move through the collarbone, the back of the neck, the throat, the sides of the neck and the ears. Relax the back of the head. Relax the jaw. Relax the cheeks, the eyes. Soften through the eyebrows and the forehead. Finally, through the crown of the head, the whole body fully relaxed. And as we spend these last few moments of our time together in Shavasana, just allow your breath to be like a wave over your body, moving up on the inhale from soles of feet to crown of head, and waving down the body on your exhale from crown of head to soles of feet. Maybe even counting down the exhales from 10 all the way down to 1. Keeping connected to the exhaling breath, this wave of softness, of relaxation, moving with the breath. Allow a heaviness to come over your body for the last few rounds of breath. Fully, completely relaxed. And then just gently begin to deepen the breath. Feeling the breath once again move into the belly. Slowly begin to bring movement to fingers and toes. And then we'll begin to bend the knees. The soles of feet come to mat. Slowly make it so your knees come toward the chest. Hook the ankles. Begin that same rocking side to side, just gently rocking. And then together we'll make our way onto right side body. Just slowly, gently, pressing up to simple seated. Maybe taking time to sit on a blanket, a bolster, or the mat, whatever feels good for you. Pull the flesh away from sits bones. Allow the palms to come to knees. Maybe the tip of the thumb meets the tip of the pointer finger. Just allow this last moment or two to settle in to yourself. And then together we'll pull our shoulders back, open the collarbone. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, the palms meet together at heart center. Connected to heart center, where deepest love lives. We first send this love to ourselves. And then we send this love to each other, a community in yoga. With so much love, honor, and gratitude, the light in my heart bows to the light in your heart. Namaste. I hope that this practice served you. If it did, please be sure to hit the like button below, subscribe to the channel. I look forward to seeing you on the yoga mat. Have a good one.